Every single time I moved, I felt very invalidated. I would have chosen to stay in what I saw as a very idyllic situation when I was 9. Um, I don't actually, to be honest, I don't recall an invalidation when I moved when I was 3, but I would have chosen to stay in that my perceived utopia of the horse farm when I was actually, it was 11 when I moved.
In this video, we will show you the central part of our technique called deep subject clearing. In this technique, we can take up any subject that the client finds stressful, bothersome, or emotionally loaded. We can take up charged subjects like fear of cats, my horrible school experiences, fear of flying, and even depression. And burned out feeling. We can release all the stress and reactive charge the issues contain for the client. We approach it with a series of open-ended questions called buttons. The client tells what comes to mind, and we can pick out the charged elements and moments and release the negative feelings, thoughts and impulses, and any distress therein. The following is a real session. The client has brought up the issue of moving house. Throughout his life, he had always held a strong aversion against moving. Using the series of prepared questions of general nature, he brought up a number of incidents. Here are some examples of open-ended questions. On moving, has something been suppressed? On moving, has someone expressed their opinion? On moving, has something been invalidated? On moving, has there been a conflict? On moving, has something been protested? Etc.
So regarding moving, has something been invalidated?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Mm.
Every single time I moved, I felt very invalidated. I would have chosen to stay in what I saw as a very idyllic situation when I was 9. I don't actually, to be honest, I don't recall an invalidation when I moved when I was 3, but I would have chosen to stay in that my perceived utopia of the horse farm when I was actually, it was 11 when I moved. I would have chosen to stay in San Francisco. Yes, I definitely felt invalidated each time.
Mm. Right. So is that a definite emotion, feeling, sentiment?
There are a few emotions, anger, and very specifically the two that most bring to mind when I was 11 and forced to leave the utopia that actually wasn't when I heard about it objectively later. The time I was forced to leave San Francisco, I would say that's the two most difficult for me.
And what was the feeling when you left San Francisco? What was the feeling there?
A lot of anger, tremendous anger, and anger, frustration, powerlessness, invalidation. But, honestly, I think mostly anger. Felt very angry with that.
Right. So we'll take it up as a list of feelings, and some of them may be the same thing twice.
Okay.
But just indicate if they apply or don't apply.
Okay.
And so I also want to start out with giving them a number that is between 0 and 10 for
Okay.
intensity and stress value and so on.
We have gotten into the action of deep subject clearing, and the client can bring up the original emotions when asked. This shows us the emotions are accessible and can be discharged. We use our special technique, repeat and tell. The clearer will repeatedly say, "Get that feeling." The client will introspect and experience it once more. Each time some of its energy will discharge. Details of the scenery may flash by.
So how would you rate the anchor?
No, I would say a 7 or 8, maybe 8.
Yeah.
Let's go with 8.
Right. Was it the same anchor leaving San Francisco?
Yes.
All right. And then there was frustration. What number would you give that?
Let's say 7.
7, okay. And we have powerlessness.
I would say pretty much the same, maybe 8 or 9. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then we have the feeling of invalidation.
No lower than 6.
Right. So we have some quite strong feelings here. And I'll just take them each line. I'll check 3 times. And then later on, I may do it 1, 2, 3, 4. But let's start out
Okay.
doing it a few times here. So get the anger originally at 11 and also at leaving San Francisco. See if you can get that anger contacted.
Yes.
Right, great. And get that anger.
Yes, it's
Right there
maybe here, maybe my thymus, maybe. Yeah.
in the upper chest there. Right. And get that anger.
In my throat too, I would say, between those two, maybe. Yeah.
All right, great. And get that anger.
Yes.
Very good. Get that anger.
Very somatic. In my head too, very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Very
So
strong.
it's very strong, but it's kind of more liquid now, moving around more.
Yes, it is.
Right. Okay. Get that anger.
Yeah.
Very good. Get that anger.
Yeah. Actually, the last 2 times you said that, I would have, if I was in the center of a plane or something, I would have yelled out. And yeah, I felt like it didn't feel like a voice before, but yeah, the last 2 times it did. I would have yelled.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to yell now, but I'll wake up my house.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. So get this impulse to yell. Just get it as an impulse in your body somehow.
Yeah.
Right. And get this impulse to yell.
Yeah, it's still there. It's a little less, but it's still there.
All right. Get this impulse to yell.
Okay, I could talk it out calmly now. Yeah.
What's that?
I could be more calm about it now.
Yeah. Very good. So let's see if we can get the anger, the original anger there.
I would say it's about maybe a 4 now. It's still there a little bit, but it's decreased some.
Good. So we'll get back to it then, but we'll go down the list here.
Okay.
We had this powerlessness. Do you get the powerlessness as a feeling?
It reduced some, I would say, just by doing the anger. I would say it's still maybe around a 5.
All right. Great. And get the powerlessness.
Interestingly, it is reducing, but something I'm noticing is that a part of me is comfortable with that, and it's embarrassing that a part of me is comfortable with that.
Yeah. All right. So if any thoughts or explanations come up, just let me know. I'll just stick to the powerlessness. So get this powerlessness.
Maybe a 2.
Maybe a 2. Wow. So let's move on here to, we had this, let's see, frustration. We had it up before, but
I definitely get that. Yeah.
yeah. So can you still get the frustration?
Yes.
Good. And can you feel it somewhere in your system, body, and space?
Yeah.
Right.
In my chest. Yeah.
In the chest, yeah. So get this frustration.
Yeah, I would say maybe a 6 now, maybe.
All right. And get the frustration.
Yeah. Not really decreased, I would say. It's still there.
All right. Get the frustration.
I don't know how to describe what just happened. I saw, like, internally, completely internally, this is not an objective thing. There was a flash of light, but I still feel it. I still feel the frustration somewhat. Very fleeting, very quick flash of light, but maybe it might have decreased a little tiny bit, maybe to a 5, maybe. But I still feel it.
Interesting. So we'll keep working on it for a while. Get the frustration.
Maybe a 3 now.
Wow. And get the frustration.
I don't know why, but both my armpits kind of ache. I'm not sure
That's
why.
all right. No, that's amazing. Right? But you can still get the frustration. Good. Get the
Maybe a
frustration.
2.
A 2 only.
Yeah.
So we'll just take it one more time and
Okay.
in this round here. So get the frustration for this.
I would say it's decreased a little bit. I couldn't say how much. My armpits don't ache anymore. I'm beginning to get to the point where I have a memory, but it doesn't seem to have a charge.
Yeah. So is a definite memory coming up?
It's kind of hard to latch onto it.
Right. Because these feelings, they can be in many different memories. And so we're kind of taking we're putting a laser through the whole thing. So it's not one memory, it can be 10 different memories. And it's not worth chasing unless it kind of presents itself. So just so let's leave the frustration just for now. And we had this invalidation. Can you still contact the invalidation?
Yes, I can still, it feels like maybe a 5 right now. It's very, very primal, very juvenile. It's like, no, I'm not getting my way. It's very stubborn, very childlike. Yeah.
The stubborn invalid, yeah. So get this stubborn invalidation.
Yeah, it feels at my heart.
Yeah, get that stubborn invalidation.
Yeah, it resolves with attention slowly. Yeah.
Very good. And again, get this stubborn invalidation.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to, I definitely remember it, but it doesn't seem to have a charge. Yeah.
Great. So let's go through the list here as I have it. There was this anchor at 11 originally. Can you still get this anchor?
Well, I can remember it. It doesn't seem to have a charge right now.
Great, that's where we want to go. Then there was the anchor when you left San Francisco, moved out.
And that still has a bit of a charge. I'm going to say maybe a 4 right now. Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't yet have the strong sense that it's resolving yet. Not yet.
Right. So we'll just address it, anchor, leaving San Francisco. So get this anchor.
Yeah, I had a internal sensation of yelling, and then it seems to maybe have decreased a little from that. Not necessarily a lot, but a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
still
get
have
this,
it a bit.
okay. So get this impulse to yell,
Yeah.
right? And get the anchor.
Okay.
Very good.
Not so much of a charge. Maybe even less than a 2. Maybe.
Right. And that's the anger that reduced.
Yes.
Right. And this impulse to yell. Is that kind of, yeah?
Maybe a 3. Maybe.
Yeah. So get this impulse to yell. Get the impulse and notice
No,
that.
I don't feel it anymore.
Great. All right. So the next one we had was frustration.
Well, it's intellectually, it's still very frustrating. I mean, I definitely had that memory, but it doesn't seem to have a charge right now.
Right. So that's how far we can take it, and that looks good from my perspective. And of course, the reality is a reality, and that may not be present, and that's just a fact sometimes. So anyway, we'll move on to the next one here, and that was powerlessness.
Just the memory, no charge. Yeah.
Wonderful. And then we had the invalidation.
A little bit of charge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a 4.
Maybe a 4 there. Right. So get this invalidation.
Okay. It's right in my throat.
It's right there. No. Indeed. Get this invalidation.
Okay, it's reduced. It's reduced a little. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. And again, get this invalidation. See if there's any words coming from it. Can be very simple remarks like shit or damn or something like that.
The word that I would think of is again.
Again. All right. Yes. Right. So say this word again with some emotion there.
Again. Again.
And feel the emotion of it.
Again.
Oh, there. And feel the emotion.
Again.
And feel the emotion of it.
Again.
All right. And feel the emotion.
Mm-hmm. Again.
And feel the emotion. Where is it?
Again.
Right. Can you feel the chart somewhere in the body, around the body?
Like feeling like yawning, maybe.
Yawning, yeah, that's what's common for reducing charge.
Yeah,
So,
I feel very relaxed now. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so I think we'll just do a little finishing routine here.
Okay.
So I'll just find kind of a pleasant counterpole here. So can you recall a time you moved on vacation?
I moved to go to vacation.
Yes?
Yes, I can recall that.
Good. And tell me in just a few words.
Happy, excited.
Yeah. And can you recall a certain time you moved on a certain vacation?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the time I went to Mexico to visit my brother in 2019. It was a little sad because he had a very terminal cancer, but at the same time, it was the most beautiful time. It was beautiful to see where he had chosen to live and meet his family, and I'm so glad I went. And it was very relaxing, and the place was very idyllic and a little tiny town in the mountains in Mexico, and it was really good to see, and I was very happy to go there. Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. So let's leave it at that. And so we just end off here. Is there something you want to say or ask yet before we end the session?
No, I can't think of anything. That I have a sense that quite a lot was accomplished there. I definitely appreciate systematically reviewing something that's been a big sticking point for me throughout my entire life. So it will be good to check in again and see how that goes.
All right, thank you. Anything else?
No, I think I'm good. Thanks.
All right, so end of session.
In deep subject clearing, we first picked the issue the client wanted to work on. We asked a series of open-ended questions. The open-ended questions helped the team find the charged feelings and other factors that were at the center of the subjective experience. Then we addressed these stress factors one by one with the techniques shown in this video. Let's look at some concrete issues. In this example, the issue is fear of cats. The open-ended questions uncover little by little the items shown. They are and taken up one by one. We take one element that seems frozen in time and release its frozen energy. Then we find and take up the next one. When all the items are discharged for energy and stuckness, the whole subject is released and cleaned up for reactive charge. My horrible school experiences are addressed the same way. Each of the open-ended questions may just release one or two elements to take up. Sometimes nothing new comes up and we move on to the next question. Fear of flying is an all too common issue. What makes it sticky are all these feelings and thoughts, etc., associated with the activity. The open-ended questions get all the hidden sources that contribute to the overall panic. One small piece at a time is found and taken up, and voila, the whole complex issue falls apart. Depression is also usually a complex issue. Using deep subject clearing, it is easy for the clearer to isolate all the small elements and discharge them one by one. Likewise, a burned-out feeling is a complex issue. You have probably heard 1,000 well-meaning advice how to cure it. Using the deep method in general, we just find all the small negative and subjective elements and release them one by one. At the end of the actions, the client will find new vitality and motivation to get on with his work job or mission.
For more information or service, contact abilityonegroup.eu, deepclearing.org, rolfdane.com,